In today's video, we'll see an action drama movie titled Pascal. There will be spoilers ahead, so sit back and relax. In the Gulf of Aden in 2018, Pascal, the Navy's elite special operations team, is notified by their emergency alarm sound preparing to go on their mission. Meanwhile, aboard the supertanker Kapal Tangki Minyak Laurel 11, the captain of the supertanker informs Royal Malaysian Navy Commander Mod Masnan of the approaching pirates to assault them. The skipper immediately directs his sailors to hide in the citadel in order to avoid capture by pirates. One of the teams fails to arrive at the destination. Citadel collapses after a fall while running down the steps. As the pirates, who are well armed, when they arrive aboard the supertanker, they split out to look for personnel to use as captives. Then, over the phone, they demand $20 million from Masnan in return for not killing the crews. Lieutenant Commander Armin Ramith, the Pascal team's leader, then issues an order. Guys, to begin the rescue operation, they proceed directly to the Laurel 11 supertanker using boats, as well as a Super Lynx helicopter. They assault the Laurel 11 supertanker as soon as they arrive. The pirates and capture the majority of them. Unfortunately, one of the team members who passed out earlier is being taken captive of the pirates in order to guarantee that the Pascal squad does not assault him. Armin enters wittily at the pirate's back and effortlessly dispatches the pirate. Finally, the Pascal crew comes to the rescue. The operation is a success, as all of the pirates are subdued after being apprehended. After some time in Lomet, the Pascals return home to their families. Armin arrives home only to discover that his mother has died. Is injured. His mother becomes angry of him since he pursues his work despite the fact that she does the same. His father was slain at work. Armin then sends an email to Masnan in which he announces his resignation, as his memories of the past prompt him. Armin, Joshua, and I were stationed in the Royal Malaysian base in 2009. Jeb and other troops trained to become Pascal members. They train for days on end, and nights, which gradually diminish in number. Then they complete the program and are awarded permission to participate in Pascal. Armin, Joshua, and Jeb are picked from among them to train. Thanks to their exceptional achievement at the U.S. Navy SEAL Squad, they three readily accept the opportunity and immediately begin training with the SEAL team. 2 years later, while serving on a peacekeeping assignment in Angola, Armin, Joshua, and Jeb are driving the United Nations vehicle. They notice a lady being pursued. Armin intervenes as the terrorists are ready to shoot her. Armin and his companions approach the lady and the other victims in the area. The terrorists fire at knowing they are unarmed. Then Armin and the others go into hiding as UN troops arrive to go after the terrorists. Jeb, on the other hand, snatches and tosses a grenade from the reinforcements. In the position of the terrorist, however, the terrorists quickly return it to Joshua. Posture that later kills Joshua. Armin sobs angrily when he sees his friend's body. Drenched in blood, Jeb, enraged, takes a handgun from the reinforcements and fires on them. The insurgents, even after one of the terrorists surrenders, Jeb viciously shoots him to death. Masnan releases Jeb from service despite the fact that there are several eyewitnesses to his actions. Undergoing court-martial, Jeb storms out of Masnan's office, telling Armin to follow him. As a result, he might not wind himself in the same scenario as him. Armin, sadly, remains. Now we're back in the present. Armin informs Masnan about the email he wrote the night before at Masnan's office. Masnan inquires why does he decide to leave. Armin's reaction is that he would rather care for his ailing mother than work, being separated from her all the time. Fortunately, Masnan lets him leave Pascal and provides him a job to continue working as a trainer at KD Pang Lima Hitam. However, in one case, Armin must complete his final assignment with the Pascal crew. Armin gladly accepts the work and his final assignment. Armin and his soldiers are charged with capturing a pirate in their final expedition, Rudy Rusli Parjo, a leader engaged in the hijacking of the MT Orcam Harmony. The information concerns about Parjo's whereabouts led him to a Filipino market, where he meets an unnamed man. After Armin and his men are dressed as civilians in a small market in the Philippines, they witness Parjo greeting his subordinates. After their intelligence has proven correct, they monitor Parjo's movements and look for him along the sea. Unexpectedly, Jeb, a former Pascal member, appears to bargain with them. Parjo. Armin is taken aback by Jeb's abrupt arrival and departs, as his disguise has been compromised. Jeb made the discovery. He returns to Malaysia and notifies Masnan about the situation. Pascal's crew expands. Jeb knows a lot about them and will use all means to bring them down. After some time, Jeb seeks down Joshua's home in order to meet his wife Lily. Knowing Armin spends the most of his time with Lily, he shows up at Joshua's house to surprise Armin. Armin will come shortly. Jeb persuades him to leave Pascal again, but Armin is adamant on never leaving. Just like him, when Jeb abruptly departs, Armin quickly notifies Masnan about Jeb. Then, Maznin directs him to acquire every information regarding Jeb in order to locate him down and arrest him. Lily drops off his kid Joey to Armin's house the next morning. Lily quickly departs for her destination. Armin's mother looks after Joey while she works on the SPC oil rig. On the other side, Armin receives an intelligence email including CCTV footage of Jeb's vehicle he notices a logo on. The automobile belonging to an oil drilling firm where Lily happens to work. Armin discovers that a probable hijacking plan leads to the SPC oil rig, which Maznin is quickly informed about. Thereafter, Maznin sends Navy men to the oil rig to apprehend Jeb, Parjo, and other pirates. Also, he alerts port officials to the hijacking scheme and publishes photographs of pirates to be on the lookout for. Meanwhile, Jeb, Parjo, and other pirates pose as members of an oil rig security squad. They spread across the whole oil rig without anyone detecting them as imposters. However, the majority of pirates are apprehended and surrounded by port officials for acting suspiciously. When Jeb learns of the capture of the majority of the pirates, he orders Parjo to promptly summon his backup pirates. As a result, backup pirates arrive to the oil rig and drop off equipment and boats for use when needed. They eventually get away. They then fabricate a phony notification to collect all of the oil rig workers in a single room. Employees, perplexed, obey the notification and proceed to the assigned room. Suddenly, Jeb and the other pirates appear to terrorize them. The pirates have taken them all as prisoners. Lily is among them. Following that, Jeb calls Manzin and wants $100 million. In return for the hostages not being killed, they put up booby traps that explode once the Navy forces are dispatched to take them out. With Armin listening in on their talk, he requests that Manzin assign the task to the Pascal squad. Pascal members include. They were quickly informed of the task and went directly to their headquarters to prepare. Swiftly, they flee in their military planes. They take off towards the rendezvous place at sea. A Scorpion-class submarine intercepted it. They create a strategy to begin inside the submarine. The pirate raid was successful. Later, when the submarine approaches the oil platform, the Pascal, the squad departs to dive and enters the upper deck of the oil rig invisibly. They immediately see the pirates and fire at them. Despite the pirates' constant fire, they all manage to live. The open flames when Parjo discovers that the Pascal squad is attacking his troops. He opens fire on them, position and directs other pirates to surround the Pascal squad. The Pascal team also shoots on them, causing Parjo to retreat. When the upper deck of the oil rig has been cleared, Navy troops arrive. Boats and airplanes. Once inside the oil rig, Armin gives them orders to follow. As they push their way in, they check every room for the pirates. They fire at the pirates are cruel, and grenades are thrown at them. Meanwhile, Jeb turns off all of the electricity on the oil rig and moves invisibly to the Pascal team position. He then tosses a grenade at them. Explodes. Fortunately, the Pascal crew survives the blast and continues to hunt pirates. They come across when they enter a room with several captives. The hostages signal them not to make a move towards them because grenades are poised to blast them all up. Armin looks for Lily among the crowd. The captives have found no trace of her, so he looks for her in other rooms as his guys hunt for her. Deactivate the grenade that was ignited. Then Armin and several of his guys proceed to a room next to a room with the doorknob has a grenade fitted. Armin quickly snatches the grenade and throws it away. They provide assistance. All the prisoners inside and fire at the pirate dressed as one of them thereafter. They open fire on the pirates in the next chamber. They locate prisoners once more, and one of them is Lily's companion. He informs Armin that Jeb has taken Lily prisoner separately. They moved quickly, leave the room to find Lily. They are astonished by the machine when they open a neighboring room. The rifle kept firing right at them. One of Armin's soldiers is knocked down. Whenever Armin notices Jeb and rapidly chases him through the machine gun exhaust. When he follows Jeb's lead, it eventually leads him to Lily. Armin is alerted by Lily, who is chained and wrapped in an explosive device. Nearby, when Jeb comes, he instructs Armin to lower his firearm or else the device would be detonated. Gadget implanted in Lily's body. When Armin obeys his command, they begin fighting with knives in the same way that their preparation began 9 years ago. Armin pierces Armin's thighs as Jeb pierces his shoulder. Then, Armin subdues Jeb and continues to hold his hand as he nearly collapses. The playing cards Jeb, refusing to submit, acknowledges defeat and shoots Armin in the face with his pistol. Armin is forced to release go, causing Jeb to drown when he falls into the sea. Then, while lying on the ground, Armin witnesses his guys gradually removing the explosive device. Body of Lily's guys quickly take him up and throw him aboard a military plane. Must receive treatment as soon as possible. In the meantime, Parjo and one of his men exits the oil rig in stealth to escape via boat. A Pascal member, on the other hand, notices the boat's movement on the water and quickly pursues them through a Navy vessel. Manzan, on the other end of the line, directs the Pascal member aboard the ship to shoot and murder Parjo. He crosses the Philippine Sea and thereby forfeits authority. Fortunately, the Pascal member kills Parjo and one of his guys, then quickly drives back to the oil rig as the Pascal squad and other Navy forces are successful in rescuing the captives and bringing them to shore. Waiting for their release, captives reconnect with their families. Armin's mother sobs with relief when she notices Lily is still alive and thriving. Then she approaches Armin as he walks with his guys. After all these years, she now comprehends and recognizes all of Armin's sacrifices. She sobs as she apologizes to. He assures him that his father will be proud of him if he survives. After a while, the fleet commander recognizes the Pascal squad, who are dressed in white military uniforms. Courage and patriotic service, they salute and express their appreciation to the commander when they are the recipients of the honors and recognitions. They then have a party. After that, the fleet commander approaches Armin and leads him to the memorial place where the names of the fallen are inscribed. It is written about fallen troops. Armin notices Joshua and his father's name on it. The ship's fleet commander tells to him that his father formerly worked for him and learns that the obligation of a father is a divine calling. Armin is inspired when the fleet commander expresses his thoughts. His inspirational quotes following that, the fleet commander thanks Armin for his service to the fleet country. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to see more videos like this and to help the channel develop.